Go live.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Near Disney. It's the Wednesday show where us panel of local real estate experts get together to share with you what's going on with the market, some local interest stories for all things happening within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle. But first, we're going to cue our theme song. All right, get that energy going with that fireworks show. Well, like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in. We want to just introduce ourselves, and you can also take the opportunity to introduce yourself in the chat or the comment section. And yeah, we just love to know who's watching, maybe where you're watching from. And of course, if you have any questions for us, even if they're off topic to whatever we happen to be discussing, just want you to feel seen while you're watching us. So I'm Elijah Lewis with Florida Motion Realty. They call me the Prince of Real Estate here on Near Disney. And then in the sort of Brady Bunch square next to me.
Hey everyone, I'm Virginia Carlson, also with Florida in Motion Realty, and they call me Cinderella on the Dream Team. And thanks for joining us tonight.
Awesome. And then down below.
Hi, I am Sue Copty with Florida in Motion Realty, and they call me Aurora on the Dream Team. And we do thank you for joining us tonight.
Awesome. Oh, and we've already got our first comment. Dune Buggy Jim watching says, Yay. I am watching standing in a long line at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. Wow. Okay. I guess we're one way to pass time if the people you're with aren't much for company. No, that's just appreciate you.
Hey, Jim, tell Jake I said hi.
Oh, okay. Yes. You see, people we've worked with in the past do tune in and maintain that relationship. Yep. We like we said, we love to have long-term touch points with all our people, continue to have a real good friendship with you as well as a great working relationship. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you get sufficiently scared. Okay.
That's his son. His son is visiting.
Get your money's worth. Get your money's worth. Get scared. Get terrified.
Oh yeah.
So we have some cool stuff.
Nice
Yeah, we have some cool stuff to bring up. We got a cool listing in the new construction area of Celebration we're going to go over. We've got some other updates about new construction coming to Osceola County, as well as some information about, how to approach the home buying process and saving up in this market right now. But one thing that I want to bring up that's fun is in the Mount Dora area. If you are into these kinds of art walks or these craft fairs, they have a really significant one here that's coming up, voted #1 all-time favorite craft festival in America. So just people of Central Florida coming together with their most creative, and this says 350 crafters, 350 participants at tables and booths and tents. And that's going to be Friday and Saturday, October 25th and 26th. So you can maybe find some cool stuff just before you get down on Halloween. And amazing to see that they've been doing this for 41 years, 41 annual. Wow. That's amazing. So Mount Dora, Florida, if you want to check that out, I pulled this up on their Facebook page for Mount Dora, but there's also mountdoracraftfair.com. That's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So yeah, plenty of chances. I've been to some art shows all around Central Florida. I even went to the really nice one that they do in Melbourne, Florida, farther away by Cocoa Beach. And these things are just so fun. I always come away with something cool to make my house have more personality with. So that's just a good one to be aware of. Oh, hold on. We got another comment here from Mallory. Mom and I have been wanting to check out Mount Dora. Okay. Yeah. Well,
do it.
We had the privilege of helping you get in a nice rental. And there's definitely once you're in Central Florida, it's never too far in any direction to find something really fun, whether it's beach or community like this, theme park, what have you. So Virginia, I wanted to give you a chance to talk about your new construction listing in Celebration, Florida, the town that was built by Disney. We got a cool video tour that's ready to be queued up but maybe you just want to say a few words about it first.
Yeah, so this is a beautiful townhome in Island Village, which is the newest section of the Celebration town. And it was built in 22. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5, and it is offered at $589,000, and it's just been really meticulously maintained. It's a beautiful townhome, great location right near the clubhouse and pool and the downtown restaurants and shops in Island Village. So let's take a look at the
I'll
video.
pull that up, and then we'll group huddle at the end to share a little bit more about it.
Sounds good. Beautiful. Yeah, so if you, a lot of things that this home has to offer, it has a gas range, which all the homes in Island Village have. This one is coming fully equipped with a Tesla charger in the garage. The owner is leaving that, as well as some nice big screen TVs. Again, it's just a beautiful home. It is open this weekend on Sunday from 12 to 3. So stop by if you want to see it in person, and give me a call if you have any questions about it. It's a beautiful listing, and I'm happy to tell you all about it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, even with new construction, some people, they love the idea of being in Celebration, the town that was founded by Disney, but then just, they just don't necessarily want to be in some of the original models. They like to live in something new, and that can even help for insurance sometimes, being in a newer home versus a more original home. And so, yeah, great stuff to have those opportunities. And so, Sue, speaking of the market in general, what do you have to share about this article that you found?
Well, I found I've never been on this website before, but they had a bunch of different interesting things that I found. This one being talking about the Florida housing market for this year and 2026 coming, what investors need to know about our Central Florida area. So the Florida real estate market is still attracting foreign investors, a lot of people from Latin America. They're looking to diversify and largely benefit from the U.S. tax structures. And Florida, again, that's a great help with them wanting to have like an investment property or even just a vacation property. So and Florida is a really strategic entry point if you are in the international investment business to come into the United States. So 2025 and beyond, there are some market trends and key tax considerations. So this is the thing that I found really key right now because things have been so not necessarily unsteady, but we're not really sure what the future is going to hold, and the interest rates being a little bit higher and things like that we don't want to talk about all the time, but we need to, because that's what real estate is right now. It says that the Florida housing market has shown a lot of resilience and adaptability, even though we've had fluctuating interest rates and the global, the shifts economically, especially over in Europe. And so as of 2025, our state continues to see the prices rise, not a whole lot, but steadily. And it's more moderate than it was in that jump between 21 and 22 when things kind of went crazy. So right now, our medium home price is 409,000. For Orlando, that's specifically 410,000 is the median for our area here in Central Florida. And you can kind of look forward to a few different things coming up. We have, they are predicting stable price growth between 3 and 5% annually. So that's a good thing. Rental demand remains high. So if you're looking to, like we were talking about investment, and you don't necessarily want to do a short-term rental, you can look into long-term rental and have yourself an investment property that way. They don't see the foreign interest depleting at all. They see that going to be continue to be steady, if not continue to rise. And of course, like Elijah was saying a minute ago, we do have the coastal towns here, but the insurance tends to be a little more pricey than where we are. And right here, like I said, Elijah was saying, you can get to either coast and still in an hour and a half, you can get to the Keys. That's a quick little trip by plane, a nice little drive up north if you want to go up to the Panhandle or even Jacksonville. So most of the state is pretty readily, accessible to you. And so this goes on to just give some investors more information about if they're using an LLC to purchase their properties, tax benefits and considerations for foreign investors. No state income tax. We have a great rental income structure here. Their capital gains treatment is something that long-term the investors can benefit long-term capital gains if it's held for more than just a year. And a year is nothing if you're thinking about buying an investment property. Think about how fast the years go by these days. It's like, whew, you blink and it's over. I can't believe the holidays are like here. And so, And any other questions you have about investment properties, rental properties for yourself, single family homes, primary residence, anything we can do to help you. We have a lot of information and a lot of experience, our little group. And we love to work with people. And like Elijah said, we like to make friends, long-term relationships. And give one of us a call. We would love to work with you. It's a great partnership. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you so much, Sue. And investors are a huge part of the real estate market and a part of who we deal with on a daily basis as well. And it's good to just get an update for how Florida continues to appeal to them. And we also just kind of want to share maybe a little bit more. This could pertain to the investor side, and also to, in a large way, the home buying for yourself side. And basically, I just want to just bring up this article that Virginia brought up about how to save for the down payment, because the down payment, whether it's going to be, for your first investment property or your home, it's going to be probably the biggest things that keeps people from making the leap from the rental lifestyle. And so if you just want to get to that next step and think about all the things, the equity and the freedom that comes with home ownership, what have you got for us here, Virginia?
Yeah, so we just always like to give our clients and people watching, just potential clients, some tips on how to maximize your savings that will, if you're ready or thinking about buying a home and you need to build that down payment. So we have some tips here for you. So 7 ways to save for a down payment. Number 1 being, and this one is pretty important, to eliminate any high interest credit card debt. So off the bat, you just kind of want to tackle that first and get that out of your hair. Any of that high interest, it's not going to help you. And then of course, tightening your spending and creating a budget. And this is such a big thing. And we see people talking about this all the time, is cutting subscriptions, when you try that 7-day trial and then you go and you forget that it's even there. And if you went and looked and cut out all of those subscriptions that you never really use anymore, you're probably saving yourself several $100s a month, depending on how many you've kind of forgotten about. I know
And it adds up. I mean, that's like a health insurance or a car insurance payment. These are some of people's big bills, and it's no joke to do that routinely. Because you think of it like you add it up,
$20 there,
times it by 12 for the months, and then times it by years, and you just see all that just went right in the trash instead of going to work.
It is, because it's things you're not even thinking about, because they're not even on your radar, because you did the trial like 6 months ago, and then you're like, oh wait, because everyone has a million things on their mind. So really get into those subscriptions and cut them out of your life. It'll definitely save you some money. This is a good one. Number 3, you can increase your income. You take on those little side hustles, all those things that you can do on the side to make money, whatever it is. I know a lot of people might have a ton of clothing hanging around the house, and maybe you want to start an eBay account or just start selling things, like just side hustles. There's definitely ways to add income to your monthly, savings by trying those.
It's not like the Dave Ramsey show here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's all good advice.
Right.
Number 4, we have your stash away any found money like gifts or tax refunds. That's an easy thing to do. If you get a tax refund, just put it in the savings and don't even, pretend you didn't even get it. It's just saved money. Yeah, but in the end, you'll be happy that you did. Even if it's only a few $1,000s. It's a good thing to just have in the savings. Of course, track every dime that you spend, just trying to be really diligent about where your money is going, and that leads to all those subscriptions and all those things.
I think that in our business we say that buying the home is the ultimate treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Number 6, this is a good one. If you have it, you can ask relatives if they can help. You can definitely get helping hands, and depending on how much they give you, it can easily slide into that down payment for a home. And then open a high yield savings account to earn more money. Have your money work for you. So those high end savings accounts, you can call your bank and see what promotions they have available. And it definitely, just while you're doing nothing, having the money earn more for you is definitely a way to help. And follow these tips and more, and you'll definitely be at that down payment area sooner than you know. So
these are all little things, little habits. They can add up to they're hundreds of dollars a piece, and then you put them together, and now they're thousands of dollars, and you've got it invested, and then it's compounding. Einstein said the best miracle that he ever saw was compound interest, right? So
there you go.
It even confounds our greatest geniuses how effective that can be. So no, these are good things. And we actually did a sale recently where we had gift funds coming from a parent, and definitely you can ask us about that. There are kind of limits on that, but it can go a long way. For sure.
Well, and don't forget we have lenders that also work with people who are first-time buyers, and for hidden money that the state of Florida offers. And so that's another good way to, build up your down payment for sure. And if you're a coffee drinker, start paying attention to how many coffees you buy in a week. It will knock you over.
Make coffee at home.
Now we really sound like Dave Ramsey.
No, invest in a travel cup. Don't buy coffee. Make coffee at home.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you think of it like in terms of cost per cup, what it amounts to, it's literally one of the few things you can get for well under $1. That's a part of your daily life that you enjoy. Because what costs less than $5 anymore, right?
Exactly.
Not much. Not any. Strawberries and cream frappuccino that I've heard of these days.
Ooh, is that your favorite? I have to.
I don't even know if they make that anymore. I don't go to Starbucks so much. The pink drink, how about? That's more trendy.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's from 3 years ago. All right, but kind of tail ending on Virginia's topic there. I found this other the thing that talked about not just necessarily down payment budgeting, but just budgeting in general. What is the thing that you're budgeting for exactly when you are saving that money together? These are some things that are involved in the home sale process that you should be aware of. Kind of the closing costs, everything that comes together with the title companies and your lender, and all of the things that have to be ordered, like estoppels and all of that, to kind of the legalese stuff that are the people behind the scenes making that work to get the home all checked out and titled over to you. And then you got to know that it's not just the purchase price of the home. It's not just that sales price that we write on the contract. It's your property taxes and HOA fees that are going to be recurring fees that you have to budget for in terms of monthly, in addition to your financing, mortgage. And moving expenses are kind of gnarly too sometimes if you have a lot of stuff. I came to my condo from a little garage apartment, and I was amazed at how much of a moving truck that just my stuff in a garage apartment was filling up. I kind of felt like shamed for my materialism. And then especially if you got to drive it across the country. So it's, definitely shop around, look into that. And we know some companies too. You're welcome to ask us. With pretty much anything related to the sale, once you're in our circle, we've got someone in our network that we can help you and refer you out to. We don't just open the door for you to the listing and then that's all we do. Right. Show up mysteriously at the closing table and shake hands again. No, we work hard for you the whole time. Maintenance and repairs. That is another thing. Like, these like you watch those old movies like Downton, or like shows like Downton Abbey and stuff that take place back in the day. They got an entire like staff just making that house run. And your house will likely not be quite so intensive, but it's going to take maintenance, and stuff's gonna break down eventually and need some fixing, need a new roof eventually or something like that. One thing that's cool about when you work with us though is part of our just policy is that we buy you as the buyer a home warranty, because we just want to give you peace of mind. That's good for like 12 to 13 months. And basically what that does is if anything goes wrong that maybe got missed in the inspection or something, that for like $100 they come and fix it or replace it. So home warranties can be really cool when you're just kind of figuring out, what did I miss when I bought this house? Just gives you that peace of mind. So yeah, those are just some extra things to factor into your costs and what you're saving for, and what owning a home really is as an expense. Yeah, those are good. Let's see, what have we got here? Pulling this up, if it'll load. Oh yeah, on the from the Orlando Business Journal, they brought up this. We were doing a series for a while, not too long ago, that was highlighting new construction in the near Disney area, and it sounds like they're bringing some of this place. Condev Communities has new homes in Osceola counties planned, and this is kind of more in that Point Siena area, so not like the super crazy expensive homes. These could probably be, a bit more budget friendly. But it's great when you can get it in as new construction, because Point Siena is a growing area, according to the data, saying its population grew 30% in the last 10 years, nearing 70,000. And so major new residential development from Condev Communities for 587 home subdivision called Cypress Landings. I gotta say, Cypress comes up a lot around here, huh? You hear so much. It's just like winter, right? Winter Springs, Winter Park, Winter Garden, Winter Haven, and Cypress, this and that. But it does sound pretty. But anyway, this proposed neighborhood of Cypress Landings will include 457 single-family homes, 130 townhomes. So that's nice to have that split there, along with commercial and recreational elements. So that's pretty cool. And if you want to just see how they have mapped out this 187 acres along Koa Street and Point Siena Parkway, I guess this was bought for just over $9 million. And the average price for a home in Siena is $323,000. So that's less than that $409,000 average that Sue was talking about. So that's kind of more affordable here for getting, brand new construction, single family and townhome. 194 per square foot is not very bad in this market. So yeah, basically right off here, Coa Street, Point Siena Parkway, all this that is now grass will be cool residential area. And yeah, as I was saying, it's just kind of elaborating here about the population growth. This area is becoming more of a populated community, and I'm just trying to see if they've got the skinny on when this will be done. Seems like that is to be determined, but it's definitely something that when you subscribe and you tune into us, we'll keep you updated all along the way. And yeah,
They have a Sprouts down there.
Sprouts supermarket. I know you see it's
there.
too much. It's all, we see so much Publix. It's nice to see some other options as well. And the expansion show commerce is thriving as that population grows. And yeah, to give people even more new construction options. So stay tuned here. We'll keep you updated on all things new construction in Central Florida and near Disney as well. And so on the other side of Disney and Universal, of course, there's this other theme park that seems to be doing its own Halloween thing that we haven't covered yet. And so Sue, I thought would give you a chance to bring that up here.
Yeah, this is SeaWorld, and they are doing a great Halloween Hallow Scream returns. And this is the 5th year that they've done this. And that woman jumping out just there was really probably all I could handle.
Okay, we'll scroll down.
No,
don't be scared.
So it has been going on since the beginning of September, and I apologize we didn't bring this to you earlier, but this is something you kind of have to, get into the fall and get into the, the feeling of coming into, the Halloween time and Thanksgiving. But it does go through November 1st, so there's still several weeks left. But this is supposedly the most terrifying event that they have put on. New waves of screams and unexpected horrors around every corner. So here are some of the highlights. This is 5 haunted houses, 6 scare zones, 4 pulse-pounding attractions, 2 roaming hordes, 5 themed bars. I like that. Electrifying live shows, and some never-seen-before prizes to be revealed as the darkness draws near. So I would say wait until, if you can, wait until after our time change next week. And then, it'll get darker earlier and you'll have, more fun. Because
I kind of like to see this, like $45 for
the
tickets.
And you can do single nights, or you can do a 2-night pass if you want to, be scared to death 2 nights in a row. Why not?
Because I will say, like, about Universal, it can get kind of daunting. They're on the expensive side. I guess they have very highly produced licensed properties that they gotta pay for in the ticket charge. So if you're not super particular about those brands and franchises that they have at the Halloween Horror Night Show, and you just want something generally spooky that you could pay less than $50 to get in to see, this be just some good old Halloween fun, something to do on an evening.
Yeah.
And in the SeaWorld area, they don't call them killer whales for nothing.
Well, I do. Actually, they don't call them that anymore. But no, actually, what I saw in this that I really liked was all the way at the bottom of that article. It says it's in the top 10 winner of the best theme park Halloween event for this is Reader's Choice Awards. And that was for 23 and 24. So hopefully they'll hit it again for 25 and 26. But when you're up against, some pretty high level participants like, Universal and Disney, that's pretty good. So I would say it's probably definitely worth checking out. And if I end up there, which I am planning to do, just don't know what night, I will report back. So you can
let us know
firsthand
if it was the hype.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget about SeaWorld. And so thanks for bringing that to our attention, because I think the focus definitely is on Universal with their Halloween Horror Nights. But it's good to know
Right.
there's an
Yeah.
option out there that's probably just as scary, like
Looks pretty good to
Just
me.
someone
Halloween
jumping
stuff.
out at you
Looks
is
good.
always scary,
I
no
know.
matter
I mean,
what.
yeah.
Got fake
It's all
blood on
scary.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's gonna do the job. It's fine.
Well, all right, we're
Yeah.
hitting the 30-minute mark here. That's usually where we bring things to a close for Wednesday. But just I think I got to everyone's comment. But of course, the comment section goes on forever when we have our phone numbers here. You're welcome to call us or text us about any real estate questions, Central Florida, near Disney area stuff. We'd love to get to know you that way. And yeah, please, we appreciate if you hit the like button or hit the subscribe for more content. We do 3 streams a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And yeah, bring you all kinds of great market information. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. And so, hey, every one of you is incredibly valuable to the Near Disney subscriber base. And with that, I think we'll throw it over to Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother of real estate, to sign us out. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.